Hello, this is our vintage rail trip to the Riverina, part 2, Temora to Sydney. And we're just starting off, the train is at Temora now, and we're just getting a clipper ride in to see the historic railway station at Temora. Just going past the two engines now. It's in a little siding off the main line in Temora. So just coming up to the railway station now. Just been recently restored.
So just keep coming backwards and forwards, the last one.
So yeah, you can see the early morning glow of the sun there, shining on the building. Looks nice and yellow. And yeah, so I spent a bit of money on this, just redoing it all up. They've got a fence to the other side of the platform that stops people falling over into the tracks. This is the signal box. In really good condition it is, and they actually work. There's a sequence that you have to push all the points for a train going north or south, or depends where they're going to go, of course. There's a series of joints that you got to push and change. The last passenger train was in 1986. However, freight trains still run through here. There's a little model railway inside the building there. And the old streamliner locomotive too. Same colours as our train. Yes, yeah, they use it now for markets and some music festivals and anything that's got to do with the public gatherings and things. So, yeah, done a pretty good job. Here's a little buffhead. Yeah, Temora's railway dog. He rode on the trains during the 60s period. Travelled up to Goulburn and back and up to Griffith. So he got around a bit. And just some of the memorabilia to have on display here. Some of the history of the railway station and the railways around this area. On the way back now to our train, you see it's stationed there, the sun's coming up, it's looking a bit more glossy now with the steel, stainless steel shining up. Yeah, terrific little stairway it is. I don't know where they got it from, they must have built it specially. Yeah, it makes it easy access to the train and down from the train to the ground level. On the tour bus now to visiting Temora Aviation Museum. That's just the entry part here. Really well known museum this. They have flying exhibitions during each year. Of course, of COVID, there's been none for the last 2 years. But through this hangar here, you can see all the restored aircraft that they've been working on. And these aircraft do actually still fly. They're airworthiness. So, yeah, it's a really good thing to think these planes can actually fly. They're not just sitting here. It's amazing. There's our Spitfire. There's a Lockheed Hudson. Well, it's quite big actually, this thing. You can see they've been beautifully restored. There's one that carries passengers and everything, this one. And this is a Cessna Dragonfly, mainly used for training purposes, jet aircraft. And I say it still actually flies. Still got the camouflage colours on it. And it's a Gloucester Meteor F.8 jet aircraft. Got the RAF colours on there, and an RAAF Sabre jet. There's a picture of a breakdown of a jet engine there, the turbines there and the workings inside. It's still a fair bit of moving parts that go into a jet engine. It's just a mural on the back of the building depicting all the aircraft in the hangar there. It's a little Cessna bird dog, used in the Air Force, I think in Thailand. And there's a nice bright yellow tiger moth in the RAF colours and emblem. My father actually flew in one of these when he was trying to get his licence for the RAF, but unfortunately crashed one. Just looking at some of the memorabilia there. And this is a Ryan STM S2, more of an aerobatics type aircraft. And this is the main workshop where there's got aircraft on the restoration here. Yes, a lot of the parts I think they have to make themselves here. Ejection seat. Judy's just trying out the ejection seat there. And this is a Air Force Australian Air Force banner there, depicting all its aircraft. Back in the tour bus now, just driving through the main street of Temora. Lovely little town this. Nice wide streets, very clean. Yes, lots going for it. Just heading back to the train now, at our siding. There she is. And ready to take our trip back to Goulburn. We're just moving now, just going across the level crossing on our way to Goulburn. It was a lovely day too today. There's in a lounge car, enjoying a little bit of a drink and some little packets of chips there. Just enjoying the ride. Along the way, we're told that the Clipper coach was following the train. So it's just behind the trees there, but we kept an eye on him. A little bit of lunch we're having there, but just looking out the window, there's the Clipper bus. There she is. Yeah, she looks nice looking bus alongside the train, hey? So it's beautifully restored. Goes really well, looks good. It's a nice addition to the vintage rail journey for sure. So yeah, so we're heading back north now to Goulburn. We joined the main line at west of Cootamundra, and there's some of the freight trains getting close to Goulburn now. Right, we're at Goulburn now, which will be stationed for the night as well. We had a little bit of a quick look around Goulburn again. Right, the next morning, we're off to the coaches to take us to the town of Barrel. And that's a lovely little town too. One place we went to is the Fairground Follies. You can see here all old fairground equipment and carousels, plus music making machines. Yeah, truly amazing the exhibition there. So we're at Retford House now, which wasn't open at the time, but we can look around the house and the gardens. Very nice. It's heritage listed. It's the former home of John Fairfax AC. Not the Fairfax in the publishing business. You can look around the gardens. It's nice little walks. You can go around through little pathways and look around the garden area. Yeah, this was very unusual to see out of context to the rest of the building. Very contemporary style architecture there with this big swimming pool, just in a little separate garden itself. Really contemporary type sculptures. And this is like a little living room or something like that. Just so you look out the pool one side, and out the other side was like a little fish pond, lily pond. You can see there. Yes, it's completely different to for the rest of the house and all that sort of thing. So must be his little outhouse here. And this is just a little art display they had in the grounds as well. Again, very contemporary. In a dome-shaped sort of building. Huge building. And there's little ropes you pull there, and it operates the little birdie's wings. They flap up and down. And this is just at the original art gallery now. Again, very contemporary type art here. But very bright and colourful. And not far away was the Centennial Vineyards restaurant. Had a lovely meal here with all the people on the train. Of course, they serve their own wines as well. Right, while we're in Barrel, we went to look at Dirty Jane's, the best in vintage. Yes, there's all these recycled items for sale. And as far as the eye can see, you can think of anything back to your 50s, 60s, 70s. You can buy anything you want. It's all nicely catalogued, it's laid out. Renaissance type paintings there, or prints. And we've just gone back to the Barrel station now, where we'll join our Southern Aurora as it comes in here to pick us up. And here it comes now. Looks really good coming into the station. We're waving hello to the driver. Because it is quite long too. We only had 10 minutes here to get on the train. That's all they allowed the train to stop for. And here's our sleeping car C, and there's little Lily, our cabin stew, waving out to us. Very cute. Yeah, so back on board now. So our next stop is Central Station, Sydney, where that's the end of our tour. So just leaving Barrel now. Had some sort of shower to set in. And just sitting back in the lounge, just enjoying the hospitality, drinks, some packets of chips too. Getting closer to Sydney now and getting more tracks on the lines. But it's been a very pleasant trip for sure. Back at Central Station now, just got off the train. But no, it's been a fantastic holiday, and we'd like to thank Simon and Danielle and the staff for such a wonderful trip. They do such a great job. The organisation, their hands-on experience with travelling with the customers is great. It's full on. It's really appreciated. And would recommend Vintage Rail Journeys to anyone looking for that unique, well-organised holiday.